Hey all, this is Matt from The Second Spirit, and I'm going to show you how to make an extended DJ mix of your song. This will help your song get more reach because DJs will be able to play it. They'll be able to mix it into their other songs. So it'll give it more reach than just being a regular standard song. And I'm going to give you 3 tips of how to make that in your DAW. And then also I'm going to give you a 4th bonus tip to help your song get more reach. So here we go. Let's get started. This is my song, Where Do I Belong? Check it out. And I'm going to show you how to start cutting this up. Where do I belong? So anyway, this is my song. I know it's not an electronic song. It's kind of indie electronic. But, you know, this would probably be best, this video, for people that have electronic music for DJs. But I'm going to use it for this song too, because I'm trying to make some extended mix of my songs so I can mix them together. So this is my song, Where Do I Belong? Check out the, there's going to be a little pop-up if you want to check out the music video I made for it. Anyway, let's get right into this. Now here's the intro. Let's make an intro, an extended intro that a DJ can use to mix it. I got 3 tips for that. The first tip, well, first, before we get into the tips, how long should the intro be, or the outro? Let's take both, for example. How long should that extended outro or intro be? Well, probably around 24 bars. I would say 24, anywhere between 16 and 32. You want to give enough space for the DJ to have enough time to get into that other song or get out of this song or whatever. So I would say probably around 24 bars. So let's go ahead and add, for the sake of this video, let's do 16 bars. Let's go ahead and grab 16 bars and Control-I in Ableton. This will insert 16 bars of silence before the beginning of the song that we can play with and start bringing an intro in for our DJ friend. Let's go ahead and loop like 4 bars, however long the progression is. Like mine's a 4-bar progression, so I'm going to loop that. The beginning of the song. And select it. So I use the loop brace to select because it's going to copy all of the song instead of just parts of it. So I select the first 4 bars here and copy it and start pasting it into those empty bars and duplicating it. Now this is the whole song. This is the beginning of the song copied back over there. Now I want the beginning because that's what I'm mixing into. And what I'm going to start doing is pulling elements out, and then it will slowly elements will start coming back in. Now tip number 1, I got the greatest tip for you. It's one, we want to simplify the beat for the DJ. We want it to be DJ friendly. We want it to be simplified. We don't want any crazy stuff going on all over the place. Okay, so let's go ahead and first, before that though, let's pull out, I'm not going to have any vocals or synths going on in this intro here. So, well, we might have some synths later. So let's pull out the vocals and synths. Now for the first 4 bars, let's make this beat simplified. All right, how are we going to do that? Here's the beat. First, I'm going to start muting maybe some of these kick drums. Easy enough for the first 4 bars. And maybe let's pull out this drum loop here and this reverse. Okay, so let's see. There, simplified, right? A little easier to mix into without too much craziness going on. Pretty standard beat. So if you got like a crazy beat going on, maybe just try to hit the 4 on the floor. You know, hit. Let's pull this one over to the 1. See, now it's going to hit on the 1. That'll make it a little easier for that DJ to mix into. All right. So there we got a little simpler beat for those first 4 bars, a little easier to mix into. Now let's start bringing in some elements. Let's bring in more drums, all right? I'm going to bring in this drum loop here. Oh, yeah. Let's still keep it on the 4. Let's maybe pull out these kicks. All right. Pull this one over here. All right. Now we got more stuff coming on. Slowly starting to gradually build up. Now, tip number 2 is you want to keep the fidelity of the song. And you want to keep the hi-hats and the kick and the snares. You don't want to pull out all these things because that way the DJ, they have their EQ. They can sweep out what they don't want. And then they have options. But if you do some weird filter sweep, or you pull out the kick drum, or you pull out the snare, and they want to use that snare to mix into their other song because they're mixing that snare out of the other song, They're not going to have that option if you take it out. So keep all those elements in there. Have the fidelity of that beat in there, all that elements. And then that DJ can choose whether they want to pull it out or bring it in. But if you take it out, they don't have that option. So let's keep the hi-hats and drums and snare together in there. All right, so there we go. That's the next 4 bars. It's building up a little bit more. So that's tip 2, is keep all the fidelity in there so the DJ has more options of what they want to EQ in and out. Now, tip number 3, here we go. And I'm going to have a bonus tip for you too, which is really good. Actually, you're really going to like it. But before we get to tip number 3, I just got a little message for you. You know, we work on music for so long in our bedrooms, and it gets lonely and kind of like we need help, you know? So let me give you a song review. Music's supposed to connect us. Let me help you out. Let me give you a song review. There's a link in the description below, and I want to check out your tune, and let me give you some feedback. So click that link below if you're interested. All right, here's tip number 3. Now, this is a grand tip. You want to keep some color in the song by having some of the melody stuff come in. Not melody, but maybe some of the root notes of the song. So mine's in A minor. So you'd want to put some A's in there. Maybe you put an A chord, but you want to make it mixable for the DJ. So the less melody you have and the less tonality you have, the easier it is for them to mix into different keys. So if I use an A note, now here's my melody. So let's play with this, okay? I took those vocals out. Okay, I don't want all that coming in. There's no way they can mix into all that. So you want it for the DJ to make it easy. So let's just start with maybe, let's take out the melody. Okay, and maybe just some pads. Okay. We don't want the whole progression though. That's the thing. Because then they can't mix into their other song. But if we just have a little bit of that A note. Now that's an A chord, but I think that will work. Let's repeat that maybe. Yeah. So let's just repeat the A chord. So this way we add some color. So the DJ is not just mixing beats on beats. There's a little information coming in, gives it some color, and it's not a full melody or not a whole chord progression, which makes it easier for the DJ to mix because they could be mixing into another A minor song or something in the circle of fifths. If we wanted to take out the chord information, maybe we just want to put the A in there. We could do that too. Maybe an octave higher or something. Let's see how it sounds though. Maybe we just do that for a few bars, and then the next few bars we put in more. And maybe in these next few bars we'll add a little more color with maybe just some of the melody. Let's try that. Maybe like this. So we start introducing some of the melody. And then we pull in the whole song. So those are your 3 tips. 1, simplify the beat. So it's not, if you got some crazy beat, just put 4 on the floor, keep it real simple. Tip number 2, have all those elements. And I'm got a bonus tip for you too coming up, so don't leave yet. Tip number 2 is have all that fidelity. Don't take out all the hi-hats, all the high end, all the kick, you want to have all that there so the DJ can notch out what they don't want and use what they want. But if you don't give them options, then they don't have options. So keep a lot of that fidelity in there. And then tip number 3 is to have some colors start coming in, some chords or some notes coming in, but not the whole melody or the whole progression. Keep it on the tonic note, and that way it's easier for the DJ to mix into that other song. All right, so there's an intro for you. Now tip number 4 is coming up. I'm going to tell you how. Well, now let's talk about an outro real quick. What would you do for an outro? You would do basically the same thing for an outro, but you want it to be a little different. So I would just do, I would take the end of the song here. Let's see. And then I would just copy that and duplicate it. Just duplicate that part, for however many times. Let's say we do 16 bars. And you just want to sound, you do want it to sound a little different than the intro. So maybe pull out different elements, but also the same tips. Tip 1, work backwards maybe. Go from here and make this a simple beat and then go back and then start adding things in here. Or start just taking stuff out measure by measure. Take all this out, all the guitars. Or maybe you want to keep the guitars in because they're not in the intro. So maybe you start taking the other stuff out, but having the guitars in. So make it a little different than the intro as far as what elements you keep and take out. But yeah, just copy and paste that last part, however many bars you want, and just start slowly bringing elements out. Have it a little different than the intro. That way it seems like it's still evolving, like the song's not going back anywhere. It's evolving into the new song the DJ wants to play. So that's a tip for the outro. For tip number 4, how do you get your song to DJs? Well, I got a great tip for you. There's these things called DJ pools. DJs go to and they subscribe to them. I'm going to leave you in the comments here a list of these DJ pools that you can submit your songs to. Now, some of them you have to have labels. You have to have a label. But you can submit your songs to these DJ pools. You can make this mix that I just showed you how to make and then submit them to these DJ pools because DJs are looking for new stuff to play. Not only that, they want stuff that hasn't been overplayed. They want new things from underground artists. These DJ pools are a great resource for producers like you that you could submit these songs to and see if they'll put it in their DJ pool. The DJ pool works like this. They subscribe to the DJ pool and they can download that music and DJ it. They have free license with it. Now, the ins and outs of royalties on that and stuff, I don't know. You're going to have to look at all that stuff. I can't guarantee you about royalties or any of that. It's more of probably promotion. You're just getting your song out there. I'm sure each DJ pool is a little different on how that works. But they do have submissions. So I'm going to leave you links in the description here. So look below on DJ pools that you can submit your song to. And hopefully that helps you out, gets you more reach with your song. So my name is Matt. I'm the Second Spirit. And I would love for you to check out this music video I made for this song. It's so fun. I made it myself. I'm an astronaut flying through the forest and through space for the song Where Do I Belong. Please go check it out. If you're a DJ and you got comments or tips or you're a producer, leave them in the comments below. Leave comments and tips. Please like and share this video. Subscribe. I use Ableton, so I have a lot of Ableton tips. Subscribe if you're into that. If you'd like to book a session to learn more about Ableton, or if you just want to run through questions, if you want to book a consulting hour with me, I'll leave a link in below for that also. Thanks again so much. This is Matt from the Second Spirit. Thanks for watching.